Liam Carter didn't know that pulling a drowning woman from the Black River would destroy everything he thought he knew about justice. 1 minute he's diving through storm water, smashing car windows, dragging her unconscious body to shore. The next she's whispering a name that makes his blood run cold: Adelaide Kingsley. The CEO. The pharmaceutical empire. The woman whose company killed his sister with counterfeit pills. He just saved his family's murderer. And now she won't leave. Before we dive into this incredible story, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our stories. And comment below with the city you're watching from. We love seeing how far our stories travel around the world. Now let's get into what happened next. I know who you are. Those were the first words Liam Carter spoke when Adelaide Kingsley opened her eyes on his porch, wrapped in his dead wife's blanket, coughing up river water and blood. She stared at him, blinked, tried to sit up, failed. "You're Adelaide Kingsley," Liam said. His voice came out flat. "Dead. CEO of Kingsley Biotech." Adelaide's face went white. "The same company," Liam continued, "that sold counterfeit painkillers to rural clinics. The same pills that killed my sister Bridget 3 years ago." The words hit her like a physical blow. Her mouth opened. Nothing came out. Liam's hands were still shaking. From the rescue, from breaking that car window underwater, from dragging her through the current while she was limp and heavy and drowning. He'd done CPR on his porch for 4 minutes straight. 4 minutes of breathing life back into the woman who'd taken Bridget's away. "I can..." Adelaide's voice cracked. "I can explain. Can you..." Behind him through the screen door, his 7-year-old son Leo was watching, eyes too wide, too scared. "Can you explain?" Liam said slowly. "Why my 26-year-old sister went to your clinic with a back injury and ended up dead from liver failure 6 weeks later? Can you explain why 12 other people in this county alone died the same way?" Adelaide closed her eyes. When she opened them, tears were already falling. "Your sister," she whispered, "was Bridget Carter." Liam didn't answer. He saw Bridget's face. Saw her in that hospital bed. Yellow-skinned, distended belly screaming in pain, while machines beeped and nurses ran and doctors looked at each other with that look. That "we don't know what's happening" look. "Make it stop," Bridget had begged him, her voice hoarse from screaming. "Please, Liam, please." But he couldn't. Combat medic training meant nothing against whatever was eating her alive from the inside. She died holding his hand. 26 years old, nurse, marathon runner. The person who used to make Leo chocolate chip pancakes every Sunday morning. Gone. "I wrote her a letter," Adelaide said. Liam snapped back to the present. "What? 3 years ago, I wrote Bridget a letter, warning her about the pills, telling her to stop taking them immediately to get her liver checked." Adelaide's voice broke. "I begged my father to recall them. He buried my reports, buried everything." She looked up at Liam with desperate eyes. "I tried to save her. I swear to God I tried." "She's dead," Liam said. "So you failed." The words came out cruel, meant to hurt. They did. Adelaide flinched like he'd slapped her. "Dad!" Leo's voice from the doorway, small, worried. "Is the lady okay?" Liam turned to his son. The boy had his mother's eyes, dark and soft and seeing too much. "Go inside, Leo." "But now..." Leo disappeared. The screen door slammed. Liam heard his son's footsteps retreating to his room. Heard the door close. Felt like the worst father in the world for using that tone. Adelaide was crying harder now, not quiet tears, full body sobs. "I don't expect you to believe me," she choked out. "But I've been gathering evidence against my own father for 2 years. Every falsified report, every bribe, every shipment of counterfeit medication." She looked at him. "That's why my car went off the bridge tonight. It wasn't an accident." Liam's blood went cold. "What?" "They tampered with my brakes. I was driving to Helena, to the federal prosecutor." She grabbed his arm. Her grip was weak but desperate. My briefcase. Silver. Locked. Was there a briefcase in the car? Liam remembered. Heavy. Metallic. He'd pulled it out after getting her to shore, thrown it in his truck bed without thinking. "It's in my truck," he said. Adelaide's whole face changed. Relief. Fear. Determination. "Then they'll come for it," she said. "Tonight. They'll come tonight." "Who's they, Shay?" "Clinton Ward. My father's head of security. He runs the cleanup team." Adelaide laughed, but it sounded broken. "That's what we call them. Cleanup. The men who make problems disappear. The men who make whistleblowers have accidents." Clinton Ward. The name hit Liam like a punch to the gut. "Clinton Ward," he said slowly, "is your father's head of security. You know him. He's my cousin." Adelaide stared at him. Shock, horror, disbelief cycling across her face. "That's—" She couldn't finish. "Impossible," Liam supplied. "Yeah, welcome to my life right now." Clinton. His cousin. The one who'd stopped coming to family reunions 15 years ago. Who'd moved to the city, gotten rich, gotten cold. Who'd sent a sympathy card when Bridget died, but didn't show up to the funeral. Now Liam knew why. "This is insane," Adelaide whispered. "You're telling me." Liam should throw her out. Should drive her to the police, dump her and the briefcase on the desk, walk away clean. But Bridget's voice echoed in his head. That last conversation in the hospital when she knew she was dying. "Promise me," she'd whispered. "Find out what happened. Don't let them get away with it." "I promise, Bridge. Say it. I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I won't let them get away with it." She'd smiled, squeezed his hand one last time. Then she was gone. He'd broken that promise. The investigation went nowhere. Kingsley Biotech settled quietly. Non-disclosure agreements. Corporate lawyers. The case disappeared like Bridget's life had disappeared. But now the CEO was sitting on his porch telling him she had evidence. Telling him she'd tried to save Bridget. "How do I know you're not lying?" Liam asked. "You don't." Adelaide met his eyes. "But in 2 hours, when armed men show up looking for this briefcase, you'll know I wasn't lying about being hunted." She wasn't lying. Liam had seen enough liars. Enough fakers. Enough con artists. Adelaide Kingsley was terrified. "One night," he said. "You can stay tonight. Tomorrow we go to the police." "No." Adelaide's voice turned sharp, hard. "No police. Ward owns half the county. Judges, cops, prosecutors. We go straight to federal authorities in Helena, or we don't go at all." "We—" Liam raised an eyebrow. "There's no we. This is your mess." "You became part of it the moment you pulled me out of that river," Adelaide said. "They saw your truck at the bridge. They know someone saved me. And when they connect you to Bridget Carter—" She stopped. Let the implication hang. Leo. They'd use Leo. Liam's training kicked in. Combat awareness. Threat assessment. His son was in danger because he'd saved a drowning woman. "The briefcase," he said. "Show me." Adelaide nodded, tried to stand. Her legs buckled. Liam caught her. She weighed nothing. Bones and wet dress and fear. He helped her to the kitchen table, got the briefcase from his truck, set it down in front of her. Adelaide produced a key from somewhere in her soaked dress. Opened it. Folders. Dozens of them. Organized. Color-coded. Labeled. She pulled one out with shaking hands. March 2022, safety report. She spread it open. "See these liver enzyme numbers off the charts in test subjects. My father's team falsified them." Another folder. "Here's the real lab results." And here, a printed email. My father telling the Chinese manufacturer to use cheaper binding agents. Cut costs by 40%. March 2022, 3 months before Bridget's prescription. Liam's vision went red for a second. Pure rage. "She could have lived," he said hoarsely. Yes. Adelaide's voice broke. They all could have lived. But my father wanted another yacht, another mansion, another billion in the bank. Liam picked up another folder. Read. Banking records, offshore accounts, bribes to FDA inspectors, kickbacks to doctors who prescribed high volumes. It wasn't just murder. It was systematic, calculated, evil. "Why didn't you come forward immediately?" he asked. "I tried." Adelaide's hands curled into fists. "I went to the board. They sided with my father, said I was emotional, unstable, confused. I went to a lawyer. He told me I'd be destroyed in court, that no one would believe the CEO's daughter." She laughed bitterly. He was right. My mother stopped speaking to me. My brother threatened to have me committed for erratic behavior. My father told me I was hysterical and needed psychiatric help. "But you kept digging." "After Bridget died." Adelaide's voice caught. "After I sent that letter that never reached her because my father intercepted it, I knew I couldn't stop. I hired a private investigator, copied files, recorded conversations when I could." She touched the briefcase. 2 years of my life. Every crime. Every death. Everything. Liam studied her. Really looked at her. Not the face of a corporation, not an enemy. Just someone who'd sacrificed everything to do what was right. "They'll kill you for this," he said quietly. "I know." Adelaide met his eyes. "But at least I'll die knowing I tried." Before Liam could respond, Leo appeared in the doorway. "Dad!" His voice was urgent, scared. "There's cars outside, big black ones." Liam moved instantly. Training, muscle memory. "How many?" "3. They're parking down by the road, no lights." Liam looked out the window. 3 SUVs sat in darkness 200 yards away. Engines off, headlights dark, professionals. "Get away from the window," Adelaide said sharply. "Night vision." Liam pulled back, grabbed Leo. His mind raced. The house was isolated, surrounded by forest. Nearest neighbor half a mile. Cell service spotty. And he had a 7-year-old to protect. "Dad!" Leo's voice trembled. "What's happening?" "We're playing the camping game, champ," Liam said, forcing calm into his voice. "Remember, like we practiced?" Leo nodded. "The camping game. Their emergency drill. Grab the go-bag, slip out back, head to the old hunting cabin 2 miles north through the forest." But that was before armed men surrounded his house. "Adelaide," Liam said quietly, "can you run on those feet?" She looked down at her bare, torn, bleeding feet. "Yes," she said. "Liar, but a brave one." "Then we run. Now." He grabbed the briefcase, slung the go-bag over one shoulder, Leo over the other. Adelaide limped behind them. They made it 50 feet into the trees when lights flooded the house. Shouting. Glass breaking. The sound of his front door being kicked in. "Keep moving," Liam whispered. Leo's arms tightened around his neck. Adelaide bit back a sound of pain but kept going. Deeper into the forest, away from the lights. Behind them more shouting. Orders barked. Flashlight beams cutting through darkness. Then a voice. Amplified. Familiar. Cold. "Liam Carter." Liam stopped, turned slightly. Clinton Ward stood on what used to be his porch, surrounded by 6 men in tactical gear. Rifles, body armor, professional. "I know you can hear me," Clinton called. "You've got something that belongs to the Kingsley family. Be smart. Hand over the briefcase and the woman. Walk away clean." Liam didn't answer, kept moving. "Your sister would be ashamed of you." Clinton's voice turned vicious. "Protecting the people who killed her." The words hit like bullets. Liam stopped. Rage flooded through him. Hot, blinding. Adelaide grabbed his arm. "Don't," she hissed. "That's what he wants. He wants you angry. Wants you to give away our position." She was right. Liam took a breath. Kept walking. Behind them, Clinton's voice changed. Flat. Professional. Find them. Alive if possible. But find them. Dogs barked. They brought tracking dogs, Adelaide said. Fear cracked through her voice. Liam's mind calculated. They couldn't outrun dogs. Not with Leo, not with Adelaide injured. They needed help. He pulled out his phone. One bar. Barely. Called the only person he trusted. Otis Brennan. Gruff voice, half asleep. Otis. Armed men at my house, coming after us. I've got Leo. Pause. Then Otis's voice came back sharp. Awake. All business. Where are you? North through the forest, heading for the old cabin. Do not engage. Understand. Understood. I'm 10 minutes out. The line went dead. Otis Brennan, sheriff, former Army Ranger. Saved Liam's life twice in Afghanistan. Best friend he had. If anyone could help it was Otis. Backup's coming, Liam told Adelaide. But we need to keep moving. They ran. Not graceful, not fast. But they ran. Leo was crying quietly against his neck. Adelaide was limping badly, leaving bloody footprints. The dogs were getting closer. Baying. Excited. Liam spotted a stream ahead. Shallow. Rocky. In the water, he ordered. It'll throw off the scent. They splashed in. The cold hit like a shock. Leo gasped. Adelaide stumbled, but caught herself. They followed the stream north. Water soaking through boots. Rocks slipping underfoot. The briefcase getting heavier. Behind them the dogs barking changed. Confused. Good. Liam climbed out on the far bank, helped Adelaide up. She was shaking violently now, hypothermia setting in. Almost there, he lied. She nodded, couldn't speak. They pushed on. Through brush, up a slope. Leo had stopped crying, just held on tight, and then finally, Liam saw it. The cabin. His grandfather's old hunting shack. Barely standing but solid enough. They stumbled inside. Liam set Leo down. Adelaide collapsed against the wall. Dad? Leo's voice was small. I'm scared. I know, buddy. Liam pulled his son close. But Sheriff Otis is coming. We're safe here. I promise. He looked at Adelaide. She was staring at the briefcase like it contained the secrets of the universe. Maybe it did. I'm sorry, she said again. For Bridget, for all of this, for ruining your life. Liam wanted to hate her, wanted to blame her, but looking at her, now broken and bleeding, and still holding on to that briefcase, he couldn't. Tell me about the letter, he said. What you wrote to Bridget. Adelaide looked up, surprised. I wrote it at 2 a.m, she said softly. After staring at her file for 6 hours. Bridget Carter, 26 years old. Nurse. The file had a photo attached. She was smiling. This huge, beautiful smile. Tears fell. I looked up every patient prescribed our painkillers in Montana. 53 names. She was number 17. I wrote her specifically because she was young, because she had her whole life ahead of her. Liam's throat tightened. What did you say? I told her the pills were dangerous, that she needed to stop immediately. See a doctor, get liver function tests. I put my personal email at the bottom. Told her to contact me if she needed help if she had questions. Adelaide's voice broke. I mailed it myself. Put it in the box. Watched it go. My father intercepted it, she continued. He monitored all my communications after I started asking questions. He found the letter, destroyed it. Then he had me followed for 6 months to make sure I wasn't sending more. You risked everything for a stranger, Liam said quietly. She wasn't a stranger to me, Adelaide said. None of them were. I knew their names, their ages, their families. Every death was on my hands because I didn't do enough fast enough. Liam believed her. Finally, completely believed her. Why tonight? He asked. Why run now? Because I finally had everything. Adelaide gestured to the briefcase. Complete documentation. Audio recordings of my father admitting to falsifying reports. Bank records showing where the money went. Witness statements from employees willing to testify. She looked at him. This is bulletproof. This ends Kingsley Biotech forever. Puts my father in prison for the rest of his life. Outside, sirens wailed, getting closer. Otis, Liam said with relief. They waited, listening. Leo pressed against his father. Adelaide watched the door. The sirens stopped, doors slammed, footsteps on the porch. Liam, it's me. Otis's voice. Liam opened the door. Otis Brennan stood there in full sheriff gear. Weapon drawn, eyes scanning the darkness. Big man, solid, reliable. Jesus Christ, Otis said, looking at Adelaide. That's Adelaide Kingsley. Yeah, Liam said. It's complicated. Complicated. Otis lowered his weapon, stepped inside. Liam Clinton Ward's men are tearing up your property with a warrant. Corporate theft. Kidnapping. They're saying Adelaide's mentally unstable and you abducted her. That's a lie, Adelaide said hoarsely. I came willingly, after they tried to kill me. Otis studied her face. Ranger training, reading people. I believe you, he said. But belief doesn't matter against Kingsley money. We need to get you somewhere safe. All of you. Where? Liam asked. I've got a place. Remote, off-grid. No one knows about it. Otis looked at Adelaide. Whatever's in that briefcase better be worth dying for. It is, Adelaide said. It's worth everything. Otis nodded once, sharp. Then let's move before they expand their search. They followed Otis to his patrol car. Engine running, ready. Back seat, all of you. Liam climbed in with Leo on his lap. Adelaide slid in beside them, clutching the briefcase like a lifeline. Otis drove. Not toward town, toward the mountains. Where are we going? Liam asked. My grandfather's property, near the Canadian border, hasn't been used in 20 years. Otis, you don't have to. You're my brother. Otis cut him off. You think I'm letting Clinton Ward hunt you not happening? Not ever. Adelaide spoke up. Sheriff, I need to get this to federal prosecutors in Helena, soon. Every day we wait, my father destroys more evidence. Then we'll get you to Helena, Otis said. But not tonight. Tonight Clinton's got roadblocks on every highway, cops at every motel. You move now, you're dead before you hit 10 miles. Adelaide went quiet, knew he was right. Leo had fallen asleep against Liam's chest. Exhausted. Liam held him tight. 12 hours ago he'd been at a family reunion, eating barbecue, watching fireflies. Now he was running for his life. The drive took 2 hours, up winding mountain roads, through forests so thick the moonlight disappeared. Finally, Otis turned onto an unmarked dirt path and drove 20 more minutes until a cabin appeared. Home sweet home, Otis said. Bigger than the hunting shack, sturdier. Generator. Well, supplies. I use it for hunting, Otis explained. No one knows it exists except you and me. They got out. Otis unlocked the cabin. Inside was simple, clean. 2 bedrooms, kitchen, fireplace. Get some rest, Otis said. Tomorrow we plan. Liam carried Leo to a bedroom, tucked him in. His son didn't wake. When he came back, Adelaide had the briefcase open, documents spread everywhere. You should rest, Liam said. I can't. Adelaide's hands moved through papers. I need to make sure everything's organized. Perfect, before we hand it over. Liam sat across from her, picked up a folder. The more he read, the sicker he felt. It wasn't just pills. It was everything. Bribes, falsified trials, kickbacks, billions hidden offshore. Your father's a monster, Liam said. I know. Adelaide's face had gone hard, determined. That's why I'm destroying him. They worked in silence. An hour passed. Otis came and went, checking perimeter, making sure they were secure. Finally, Adelaide looked up. "Why did you save me?" she asked. "At the river. You could have let me drown." Liam thought about that. About seeing the car sink. About diving in without thinking. "Because that's who I am," he said. "I'm a medic. I save people. Even people I should hate." Adelaide's eyes filled. "Thank you," she whispered, "for giving me a chance to make this right." Liam nodded, stood. "Get some sleep. Tomorrow." His phone buzzed. Then Otis's phone buzzed. They both looked at their screens. Otis's face went white. "Liam," he said slowly, "they found your house." "Yeah, we know." "No." Otis turned his phone around, showed them the news alert. Breaking Kingsley Biotech CEO, missing Army veteran, suspected in abduction. Below it, a photo. Liam's military portrait. Leo's school photo. "They're calling you a kidnapper," Otis said. "It's already national news." Adelaide stood up, swayed, caught herself. "My father," she said. "He's controlling the narrative, making you the villain." "There's more," Otis said grimly. He scrolled. "They found something at your house, something they're calling evidence." "Evidence of what?" Liam demanded. Otis met his eyes. "Love letters, between you and Adelaide, dating back 6 months. Detailed plans to extort Kingsley Biotech for millions." "That's impossible," Liam said. "I never met her before tonight." "Doesn't matter," Adelaide said quietly. "My father's lawyers can fabricate anything. They've done it before." "There's a warrant out for your arrest," Otis continued. "Federal. FBI's involved now. Kidnapping. Extortion. They're saying you're armed and dangerous." "This is insane," Liam said. "This is my father," Adelaide said. Her voice was cold now, angry. "This is what he does. He destroys anyone who threatens him." Otis's phone buzzed again. He looked at it, cursed. "What?" Liam asked. "Amber Alert, for Leo. They're saying you kidnapped your own son." Liam's world tilted. "They're turning the whole country against you," Otis said. "Every cop, every citizen, everyone's looking for you now." Adelaide grabbed the briefcase. "Then we run?" she said. "We run until we reach Helena. Until we get this to someone who'll listen." "No one will listen now," Otis said. "You're fugitives, both of you." "Then we make them listen," Adelaide said fiercely. "We walk into that federal building with this evidence and we make them listen." Liam looked at his son sleeping peacefully in the next room. Looked at Adelaide standing there with fire in her eyes. Looked at Otis, his brother, in everything but blood. "Tomorrow," he said. "We leave at dawn. Get to Helena before they lock down the whole state." "It's a suicide run," Otis said. "Then we die trying," Liam said. "But we're finishing what Bridget started." Adelaide met his eyes, nodded. "For Bridget," she said softly. "For Bridget," Liam echoed. Outside, the Montana night stretched dark and endless. Somewhere out there, the whole country was hunting them. But tomorrow, they'd fight back. Tomorrow, they'd finish this, or die trying. Liam woke to the sound of Leo whimpering in his sleep. Bad dreams. He held his son closer, felt the small body trembling. "Shh, buddy, I've got you." Leo's eyes opened. Confused for a second, then memory flooded back. "Are the bad men still looking for us?" "Yeah, champ. But we're leaving soon. Going somewhere safe." "You promise?" Liam kissed his forehead. Hated lying. "I promise." In the main room, Adelaide was already awake, still in that torn red dress now crusted with dried river water and blood. She hadn't slept. Documents were still spread across the table. "You should have rested," Liam said. "Couldn't." Her voice was hoarse, raw. "Every time I closed my eyes, I saw their faces. All of them. Every person who died because I wasn't brave enough to act sooner." "You're acting now." 3 years too late. Otis walked in carrying coffee and a newspaper. Threw the paper on the table. The headline screamed in bold print. Desperate veteran kidnaps CEO in elaborate extortion scheme. Below it, Liam's face. Adelaide's face. Leo's school photo with the word endangered stamped across it. It gets worse, Otis said. He turned on the small TV in the corner. A news anchor's voice filled the cabin. Professional, concerned. The FBI has issued a nationwide manhunt for Liam Carter, 34, a former Army medic described by neighbors as troubled and unstable following his wife's death 2 years ago. Carter is believed to have kidnapped Adelaide Kingsley, CEO of Kingsley Biotech, along with his own 7-year-old son Leo. Authorities warn Carter may be armed and extremely dangerous. The screen cut to Clinton Ward. Suit. Tie. Perfect hair. Concerned expression. Adelaide has been struggling with her mental health, Clinton said smoothly. We believe Carter took advantage of her vulnerable state. We just want her home safe. That lying piece of... Liam started. Wait, Adelaide said. There's more. The screen changed again. This time an older man. Silver hair, expensive suit. Adelaide's father. William Kingsley spoke directly to the camera. Adelaide, honey, if you can hear this, please come home. You're sick. You need help. This man has manipulated you, filled your head with paranoid delusions about the company. His voice cracked convincingly. Your mother and I love you. We just want you safe. Adelaide's hands clenched into fists. He's good, she said bitterly. I'll give him that. He's very good. They're painting you as crazy and me as dangerous, Liam said. How do we fight that? We don't, Otis said. We run, get to Helena, get that briefcase to someone who matters before they shut down every road in Montana. Who? Adelaide asked. Who can we trust? My father owns judges, prosecutors, half the FBI field office. Serena Wilkins, Otis said. Federal prosecutor. She's clean, untouchable. If anyone will listen, it's her. You sure? Liam asked. Bridget contacted her, Otis said quietly. The room went silent. What? Liam's voice came out strangled. I found out 6 months ago. Was going to tell you, but... Otis ran a hand through his hair. Bridget sent encrypted files to Wilkins 2 weeks before she died. Medical records, pill bottle photos, everything she could gather. Why didn't Wilkins do anything? Adelaide demanded. She tried, started an investigation, but Kingsley's lawyers buried it under corporate privilege. Wilkins has been trying to build a case ever since, but she needed more evidence. Otis looked at Adelaide. You've got that evidence. Adelaide touched the briefcase. Then we get it to her, she said. Today. It's a 6-hour drive to Helena, Otis said. Every highway patrol, every sheriff's department, every cop in the state is looking for you. There are roadblocks on I-90, I-15, every major route. Then we take the back roads, Liam said. Back roads are slower, more exposed. And with an Amber Alert active, every civilian with a phone will be looking for you too. We don't have a choice, Adelaide said. Leo appeared in the doorway, rubbing his eyes. I'm hungry, he said softly. The adults looked at each other. Right, 7-year-old. Still needed breakfast. Otis grabbed supplies from the kitchen, made sandwiches, poured juice. Eat fast, he said. We leave in 10. Leo ate in silence, kept looking at Adelaide with curious eyes. Miss Adelaide, he finally said. Yes, Leo. Are you really sick? Like the man on TV said. Adelaide knelt down to his level, looked him straight in the eyes. No, sweetie, I'm not sick. But some very bad people are trying to make everyone believe I am. Why? Because I know the truth about something they did, something terrible, and they don't want anyone else to know. Leo thought about that, processing with the strange logic of childhood. My dad always says telling the truth is important, even when it's hard. Adelaide's eyes filled with tears. "Your dad is right," she said softly. "That's exactly right." "Then we'll help you tell the truth," Leo said simply, like it was the easiest thing in the world. Liam's throat tightened. His son, 7 years old and braver than most adults. "Finish eating, champ," he managed to say. 10 minutes later they were in Otis's truck. Not the patrol car, too obvious. His personal vehicle. Old Ford F-150. Dented. Unremarkable. Liam sat in back with Leo. Adelaide up front with Otis, the briefcase at her feet. They pulled onto the dirt road, heading south, away from the main highways. "We're taking logging roads most of the way," Otis explained. "Longer route but less chance of roadblocks." "How long?" Adelaide asked. 8, maybe 9 hours if we're lucky." "And if we're not?" Otis didn't answer. They drove in silence for the first hour. Trees everywhere. Dirt roads that barely qualified as roads. No other vehicles. Then Leo spoke up. "I need to pee." "Can you hold it, buddy?" Liam asked. "I really need to go." Otis pulled over, middle of nowhere, trees on all sides. "Make it quick," he said. Liam took Leo into the trees, stood watch while his son did his business. "Dad," Leo said quietly, "are we in trouble?" "Kind of, yeah. The bad kind of trouble, like when I broke Mrs. Chen's window with the baseball." Liam almost smiled. Almost. "A bit worse than that, champ." "Am I going to jail?" "What number, buddy? No. You didn't do anything wrong." "But the TV said..." "The TV is lying." Liam knelt down, put his hands on Leo's shoulders. "Listen to me. Everything on the news is a lie. Miss Adelaide didn't kidnap you. I didn't kidnap anybody. Some very powerful people are trying to stop us from telling the truth. That's all. Like in Star Wars, when the Empire lies about the rebellion." Liam blinked, then laughed despite everything. "Yeah, champ. Exactly like Star Wars." "So we're the rebellion?" "Yeah, we're the rebellion." "Cool," Leo said. Then more seriously, "Dad, are you scared?" Liam thought about lying, decided his son deserved better. "Yeah, buddy, I'm scared, but I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I promise." Leo hugged him tight. They walked back to the truck. Adelaide was stretching her legs, still barefoot. Otis was on his phone, jaw tight. "Problem?" Liam asked. "They've expanded the search. State Police, FBI. They're setting up checkpoints on every road within 100 miles of where you were last seen." "How do they know where we were last seen?" "Your phone," Adelaide said suddenly. "They're tracking your phone." Liam pulled it out, stared at it. "I turned off location services." "Doesn't matter," Adelaide said. "If it's on, they can ping it, triangulate your position within a few hundred feet." Liam threw the phone on the ground, crushed it under his boot. "Now they know exactly where we are," Otis said grimly. "That ping just gave away our position." "Then we move. Now." They piled back in the truck. Otis drove faster. The logging road bounced and rattled beneath them. 20 minutes later, they heard it. Helicopter rotors in the distance. "Down," Otis ordered. "Everyone down, now." Liam pushed Leo to the floor. Adelaide ducked. Otis kept driving but pulled under tree cover where he could. The helicopter passed overhead. Circling. Searching. "State Police chopper," Otis muttered. "Looking for heat signatures." "Can they see us through the trees?" Adelaide asked. "Not easily, but if they get a hit, they'll call in ground units." They waited. 5 minutes. 10. The helicopter moved on. "We need to ditch the truck," Adelaide said. "They'll be looking for vehicles. Any vehicles on these roads." "And travel how?" Liam asked. "On foot. With Leo that briefcase, we'd never make it." "She's right, though," Otis said. "They'll have eyes on every road soon. We need a different vehicle." "Where are we going to get Otis pulled off the logging road onto an even smaller trail. Drove for 5 minutes until a small hunting lodge appeared. Weathered. Old. "Belongs to my uncle," Otis said. "He's in Florida for the winter. Has an old Jeep in the garage he never uses." "We're stealing your uncle's car," Liam said. "Borrowing. I'll tell him later." Otis parked. "Everyone stay here. I'll get the keys." He disappeared into the lodge. Came back 2 minutes later with keys and supplies. Water bottles, granola bars, a first aid kit. "Jeep's got a full tank," he said. "Should get you to Helena if you're careful." "You're not coming?" Adelaide asked. "Can't. I need to go back. Be visible. Throw them off your trail." Otis handed Liam the keys. "Take the fire roads east. They'll lead you to Highway 12. From there you can cut north to Helena. Avoid I-90 completely." "Otis?" "No arguments. You're my brother. I'm not letting you face this alone." Otis grabbed Liam's shoulder, pulled him into a quick hug. "Keep that boy safe. Finish what Bridget started." "I will." Otis knelt down in front of Leo. "Hey, little man, you take care of your dad, okay?" Leo nodded seriously. "I will, Sheriff Otis." "That's my guy." They transferred to the Jeep. Older model. Battered. Perfect. Otis watched them go, standing in front of the lodge. Alone. "He's a good friend," Adelaide said quietly. "The best." Liam agreed. They drove. Leo fell asleep in the back seat, exhausted. Adelaide stared out the window. "Tell me about Bridget," she said suddenly. Liam glanced at her. "Why?" "Because I need to know. I need to understand who she was, what I took from the world when I failed to save her." Liam was quiet for a long moment. Then he started talking. "She was the best of us, the whole family. Mom died when I was 12, Bridget was 8. Dad fell apart, started drinking. Bridget basically raised herself. Raised me too in a lot of ways." He smiled slightly. "She wanted to be a nurse since she was 10 years old. Used to practice giving shots on oranges. Made me be her patient." Adelaide listened. Didn't interrupt. "She put herself through nursing school. Worked 3 jobs. Never complained. Never asked for help even when she needed it." Liam's voice roughened. "When my wife died, Bridget moved in with us for 6 months. Helped with Leo. Got me through the worst of it. She was—" He stopped, swallowed hard. "She was everything good." "I'm sorry," Adelaide whispered. "I'm so sorry." "The worst part," Liam continued. "She knew something was wrong. Told me the pills made her feel strange. But the doctors kept saying she was fine, kept refilling the prescription. By the time they figured out it was liver failure, it was too late." "The letter I sent," Adelaide said. "If it had reached her, she'd be alive." "Yeah, I know." They drove in heavy silence. Finally, Adelaide spoke again. "I had a sister too. Younger. Emily. She died when I was 16. Liam looked at her. "I'm sorry." "Leukemia. Childhood cancer. My father's company was developing a treatment. Experimental. He used Emily in the clinical trials without telling my mother." Adelaide's voice went flat, cold. "The drug wasn't ready. It was toxic. It killed her in 3 months." Jesus. That's when I learned who my father really was, what he was capable of. But I was 16. What could I do? She turned to look at Liam. "I've spent 18 years trying to atone for not being strong enough to stop him then. For not saving Emily. For not saving Bridget. For not saving any of them." "This isn't your fault," Liam said. "Isn't it I'm his daughter? I benefited from his crimes, lived in houses paid for with blood money, went to college on scholarships funded by dead patients." Her voice broke. "I'm complicit. You're here now. That's what matters. Is it enough? We'll find out." 2 hours passed, then 3. The fire roads gave way to Highway 12. Less isolated, more traffic. Everyone stay calm, Liam said. Act normal. They passed a gas station, kept going, past a sheriff's car going the opposite direction. Liam's heart hammered, but the deputy didn't turn around. They made it another hour before Leo woke up. Dad, I'm really hungry. They hadn't eaten since the sandwiches at dawn. It was past noon now. We need to stop, Adelaide said. Get food, use a bathroom. We can't make it 6 more hours without stopping. Liam didn't want to. Every stop was a risk. But Leo needed food. There's a diner coming up, Adelaide said, reading a sign. Small town, off the main route, less likely to have cops. Liam pulled in. The diner was nearly empty. Good. Stay close, he told Leo. Don't talk to anyone. They walked in, chose a booth in the back, ordered quickly. The waitress was older, tired, didn't look at them twice. Bathroom, Adelaide asked. The waitress pointed. Adelaide grabbed the first aid kit and disappeared. Leo colored on a kid's menu with crayons. Liam watched the door. Every person who entered made his pulse spike. Adelaide came back 10 minutes later, looking slightly more human. She'd washed her face, pulled her hair back, wrapped her feet in bandages from the kit. Better, she said. The food came. They ate fast. Leo asked for ice cream. Adelaide insisted. Let him be a kid for 5 more minutes, she said quietly. Liam relented. Leo got chocolate ice cream, smiled for the first time all day. Then the diner door opened. 2 state troopers walked in. Liam's blood froze. Don't look at them, Adelaide whispered. Just keep eating. The troopers sat at the counter, ordered coffee. Didn't glance their way, yet. We need to go, Liam breathed. If we leave now, we'll draw attention, Adelaide said. Wait. Be patient. Leo sensed the tension, stopped eating his ice cream. It's okay, champ, Liam said softly. Keep eating. One of the troopers pulled out his phone, showed something to his partner. They both looked at the screen, looked around the diner, looked at their booth. Now, Adelaide said. Back door. Now. They stood, casual, slow. Liam dropped cash on the table. The troopers stood too. Excuse me, one called. Sir, can we have a word? Liam grabbed Leo's hand. Adelaide grabbed the briefcase. They ran. Out the back door, through the kitchen, cooks shouting, into an alley. Behind them, the troopers were yelling, calling for backup. They sprinted to the jeep. Liam threw Leo in the back, Adelaide in front. Started the engine. The troopers burst out of the diner, weapons drawn. Stop! Get out of the vehicle! Liam floored it. Tires screamed. The jeep lurched forward. Gunshots cracked the air. Get down! Liam shouted. Leo screamed. Adelaide covered him with her body. The back window shattered. Glass everywhere. Liam turned hard. The jeep fishtailed. He got control. Accelerated. Behind them, the patrol cars were coming. Sirens wailing. Hold on! Liam shouted. He drove like he was back in combat. Hard turns. Aggressive. The jeep wasn't built for speed, but he pushed it anyway. They're gaining, Adelaide yelled. Liam saw a turnoff. Dirt road, barely visible. He took it. The jeep bounced violently. Leo was crying. Adelaide was praying. The patrol cars tried to follow. One made it. The other got stuck. We can't outrun them, Adelaide said. She was right. The patrol car was faster, better equipped. Ahead the road split. Left went into dense forest. Right crossed a narrow wooden bridge over a ravine. Liam made a split-second decision. He went right. Onto the bridge. What are you doing? Adelaide screamed. Trust me. They made it across, barely. The old wood groaned under their weight. The patrol car followed, got halfway across. The bridge collapsed. The patrol car went down, into the ravine, 20 feet, maybe 30. Liam stopped, looked back. The officers were climbing out, alive, hurt, but alive. Go, Adelaide urged. Before more come. Liam went. They drove for 30 minutes, deep into the forest, finally stopped in a clearing. Leo was still crying. Liam pulled him close. It's okay, buddy. It's over. We're safe now. They shot at us, Leo sobbed. The police shot at us. I know, but we're okay. See, we're all okay. Adelaide was shaking, not from fear, from rage. They would have killed us, she said. Right there, in front of your son, they would have killed us. Your father's orders? Liam asked. Has to be. Clinton's coordinating everything. He's turned every cop in the state into his personal hit squad. Then Helena's going to be a war zone, Liam said. Yes. Adelaide agreed. Which is why we're not stopping until we're inside that federal building with Serena Wilkins. And if we don't make it, Adelaide met his eyes, then we die making sure this briefcase does. They drove until dark, avoiding main roads, taking the longest routes possible. Finally, as night fell, they saw lights in the distance. Helena. We made it, Leo whispered. Not yet, champ, Liam said. Not yet. Because between them and the federal building were roadblocks, police, armed units. And somewhere in that city, Clinton Ward was waiting. This wasn't over. This was just beginning. They sat in the Jeep on a hill overlooking Helena. The city lights spread below them like fallen stars. Beautiful. Peaceful. A lie. How many roadblocks do you count? Adelaide asked. Liam scanned the roads leading into the city. 4 on the main routes, probably more on the side streets. They're expecting us. Yeah. Leo was asleep again in the back. Exhausted. Liam envied him that escape. We could wait until morning, Adelaide said. Try to blend in with commuter traffic. By morning, every news station in the country will have our faces plastered everywhere. Every civilian will be looking for us. Liam checked his watch. 9 p.m. We go now, while it's dark, while we have any advantage at all. What advantage? We're in a stolen Jeep with a shattered back window. We look like fugitives. We are fugitives. Adelaide laughed. No humor in it, just exhaustion. A week ago I was giving presentations to board members, she said. Wearing Prada, drinking $20 lattes. Now I'm barefoot in a torn dress running from police about to storm a federal building. Regret saving those documents? No. Her voice was firm. Sure. I regret not doing it sooner. Liam started the engine. Then let's finish this. They drove down the hill, toward the city, toward the roadblocks. Dad? Leo's sleepy voice from the back. Where are we? Helena, buddy. Almost there. Are we going to be safe now? Liam met his son's eyes in the rearview mirror. Couldn't bring himself to lie. I hope so, champ. They approached the first roadblock. 3 patrol cars, lights flashing, officers checking every vehicle. They'll recognize us immediately, Adelaide said. I know. So what's the plan? We don't stop. Liam. Hold on. He accelerated. The Jeep surged forward. The officers saw them coming, started shouting, raised weapons. Liam swerved right, onto the shoulder, around the roadblock, dirt and gravel spraying, shots fired. The side mirror exploded. Get down! Liam yelled. Leo was screaming. Adelaide covered him again. The Jeep bounced back onto pavement. Liam pushed it faster. Behind them, patrol cars activated. Sirens screaming. Chase on. Where's the federal building? Liam shouted. Downtown Warren Street. Adelaide pulled out a crumpled map from the glove compartment. But we'll never make it. They'll have every street blocked. We're not taking the streets. Liam turned hard, left onto a side road, then into an alley. The Jeep barely fit. Brick walls on both sides. The patrol cars tried to follow. Too wide. They got stuck. But more sirens were coming, converging from all directions. "They're boxing us in," Adelaide said. Liam kept driving. Through alleys, across parking lots, between buildings. The Jeep wasn't meant for this. The suspension screamed. The engine overheated. They emerged onto a wider street. The federal building was ahead, 5 blocks. Might as well have been 5 miles. Police cars appeared from side streets. Ahead, behind, left, right, trapped. Liam slammed the brakes. The Jeep skidded. Stopped. They were surrounded. At least 20 vehicles. Dozens of armed officers. Spotlights flooding the Jeep. "Step out of the vehicle, hands where we can see them." "Dad?" Leo's voice was tiny, terrified. "It's okay, buddy." Liam's mind raced, calculating. No way out. Not anymore. "We're going to do what they say. Nice and slow." "Liam," Adelaide said quietly. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I dragged you into this." "You didn't drag me. I jumped. If we get separated, we won't. But if we do tell Serena Wilkins about the USB drive..." Liam looked at her. "What USB drive?" Adelaide reached into her torn dress, pulled out a small flash drive on a chain around her neck. "Everything in the briefcase is on here, encrypted, backed up. If they take the briefcase, we still have this." "Why didn't you tell me?" "In case they caught me. In case I didn't make it. Someone needed to know." She pressed it into his palm. "Guard it with your life." "Final warning. Exit the vehicle now." Liam pocketed the drive. "Everybody out. Hands up. Slow." They opened the doors, stepped out, hands raised. 20 weapons aimed at them. Leo was crying, clinging to Liam's leg. An officer approached, young, nervous, gun shaking slightly. "On the ground. Face down now." They got down. Asphalt cold and rough. Leo sobbing. Hands grabbed Liam, yanked his arms back. Cuffs bit into his wrists. "Don't hurt my dad," Leo screamed. "He didn't do anything." "It's okay, champ," Liam called. "It's going to be okay." But it wasn't okay. They cuffed Adelaide, pulled her to her feet. She didn't resist, just kept her eyes on the briefcase still in the Jeep. Then a familiar voice cut through the chaos. "Well, well, the prodigal cousin returns." Clinton Ward stepped into the spotlight, suit immaculate, smile cold. "Hello, Liam. Been a while." "Clinton, you've caused quite a stir. National news. FBI involved. All very dramatic." Clinton walked closer, crouched down so they were eye level. "But it ends now. You're going to tell these nice officers that you coerced Adelaide, that you fabricated documents, that you're mentally unstable and need help. Go to hell." Clinton's smile didn't waver. "Think about your son Liam. Think about what happens to Leo when you go to prison for kidnapping. 20 years minimum. He'll be an adult before you see him again." He leaned in closer, whispered, "Or you can walk away, right now. Tell them Adelaide manipulated you, that you're a victim, and Leo goes home with family instead of foster care." Liam's blood ran cold. "You're threatening my son." "I'm offering you a choice, a generous one considering you've committed multiple felonies. The only felon here is you, and your boss." Clinton stood, brushed off his knees. "Shame. I was hoping we could resolve this quietly." He gestured to the officers. "Take them in. Separate vehicles. The child goes to social services." "No!" Liam struggled against the cuffs. "You can't take my son." "Actually, I can. Amber Alert, remember you kidnapped him. He's being recovered." "Dad!" Leo was screaming now, fighting as an officer picked him up. "Dad, don't let them take me." "Leo, it's okay, I'll find you, I promise." But they were pulling him away. toward a different car. Leo's screams echoed off the buildings. Something inside Liam snapped. He'd been trained to stay calm, to assess, to think tactically. All of that went out the window when they took his son. He twisted hard. The officer holding him wasn't ready. Liam broke free, charged toward Leo, made it 3 steps before they tackled him. 5 officers drove him into the ground. "Dad!" Leo's voice was fading, being pushed into a car. "I'm coming, Leo, I'm coming." They hit him, hard, in the ribs, in the back, professional, efficient. "Liam," Adelaide's voice, desperate. "Stop, you're making it worse." But he couldn't stop, not while Leo was being taken. More blows. His vision swam. He tasted blood, then a boot on his neck, pressing down. "Can't breathe. Can't enough." Clinton's voice. The boot lifted. Liam gasped, coughed. Blood on the pavement. "I didn't want it to come to this," Clinton said. "But you forced my hand." They hauled Liam to his feet, threw him in the back of a patrol car, Adelaide in another, the briefcase secured as evidence. Leo's car was already gone. Liam slammed his head back against the seat. Rage, grief, failure. He'd promised to keep Leo safe, and he'd failed. The patrol car started moving, not toward the police station, toward something else. "Where are we going?" Liam asked the driver. No answer. They drove for 20 minutes. Out of the city, into darkness. Liam's combat instincts kicked in. This wasn't protocol. This was wrong. They stopped at an abandoned warehouse, industrial area, no one around. Very wrong. The door opened. Clinton stood there with 2 men in tactical gear. Not police. Private security. "Out," Clinton ordered. Liam didn't move. "Where's my son?" "Safe, for now." Clinton grabbed his arm, pulled him out. "Whether he stays that way depends on you." They walked into the warehouse, empty except for a single chair, floodlight above it. Adelaide was already there, also cuffed, also bloodied. "What is this?" she demanded. "You can't just, can't what you're wanted fugitives. You resisted arrest. Things got messy. Tragic, really." Clinton circled them. Predator assessing prey. "This is where you confess. Both of you. On video. You admit to fabricating evidence, to extortion, to kidnapping. And then you tell me where the backups are." "There are no backups," Adelaide lied. "Please, you're too smart for that. You've been planning this for 2 years. You have backups, multiple copies, hidden. I need them all." "And if we don't tell you?" Liam asked. Clinton pulled out his phone, showed them a photo. Leo, in a room, alone, scared. "Then your son has an accident. Such a tragedy. The trauma of being kidnapped, seeing his father become violent. Poor child couldn't handle it. Took his own life." Liam lunged. The security guards grabbed him. "You're going to kill a 7-year-old, Adelaide said, voice shaking with rage. "I'm not going to do anything. The trauma will, officially." Clinton pocketed his phone. "But it doesn't have to come to that. Tell me where the backups are. Confess on camera, and Leo goes home safe. Lives a long, happy life." "You're insane," Liam said. "I'm practical. Your sister learned that, eventually." The words hit like a bullet. "What did you say?" Liam's voice went deadly quiet. "Bridget, your sister. She contacted us too, you know. Sent us threatening letters. Said she had evidence. Said she was going to the authorities." Clinton smiled. "We tried to reason with her. Offered her money. A settlement. She refused. Said it wasn't about money. It was about justice." He laughed. "Justice. As if that's ever mattered." "You killed her," Liam breathed. "The liver failure. That wasn't the pills. You killed her." "The pills killed her, eventually. We just accelerated the process. Couldn't have her talking to prosecutors. Bad for business. Adelaide made a sound. Half sob, half scream. You murdered her. Her voice cracked. All this time I thought it was just negligence. Just corporate greed. But you actually murdered her. And 11 others who got too nosy. Unfortunate but necessary. Liam saw red. Pure blinding rage. He threw his weight backward. Into the guard behind him. The man stumbled. Liam twisted. Brought his cuffed hands up. Slammed them into the guard's throat. The guard went down. Liam grabbed his weapon. Swung it around. Don't move. Clinton raised his hands. Still smiling. You won't shoot me. You're a medic. You save lives. Try me. Dad's changed his mind about that, Adelaide said coldly. Shoot him. Clinton looked at her. The smile finally faded. You can't prove any of this, he said. It's your word against mine. Actually, a new voice said from the darkness, we can prove all of it. Lights flooded the warehouse. FBI agents poured in from every direction. Dozens of them, weapons drawn, and walking in the front was a woman, late 40s, sharp suit, badge visible. Serena Wilkins, federal prosecutor, she announced. Clinton Ward, you're under arrest for conspiracy to commit murder, witness tampering, and about 15 other charges I'll list in the indictment. Clinton's face went white. This is you can't. We can, and we just did. Serena nodded to her agents. Take him. They cuffed Clinton, read him his rights. He sputtered, threatened, demanded his lawyer. You'll get your lawyer, Serena said, right after processing. They dragged him out, still protesting. Serena walked over to Liam and Adelaide, gestured for someone to remove their cuffs. Are you both all right? My son, Liam said immediately. They took my son. Where is he? Safe. FBI protective custody. We picked him up from the state police 10 minutes ago. Serena pulled out her phone. Showed him a photo. Leo, with a female agent, eating cookies, looking scared but unhurt. He's asking for you, Serena said gently. Liam's legs nearly gave out. Relief flooded through him. How? Adelaide asked. How did you know we were here? Your friend Otis Brennan. He called me this morning, said you were coming, said you had evidence. Serena smiled slightly. We've been tracking you all day, waiting for the right moment. You let them arrest us, Liam said. You let them take my son. We needed Clinton to reveal himself, needed him on record admitting to murder. Serena held up a small device. We've been recording everything, every word, every threat. It's all on tape now. You used us as bait, Adelaide said. Yes, I'm sorry, but we needed irrefutable evidence. And now we have it. Serena looked at Adelaide. Plus whatever's in that briefcase you've been carrying. Adelaide touched her neck. The USB drive was still there. I have more than the briefcase, she said. I have 2 years of documentation, bank records, communications, everything. Good. We'll need all of it. An agent approached, whispered something to Serena. Her face hardened. Liam, Adelaide, I need you to come with me, now. Why? What's wrong? William Kingsley just landed at the airport. Private jet. He's got a team of lawyers and he's heading for the courthouse. Serena started walking. They followed. He's trying to get ahead of this, file countersuits, tie us up in legal red tape before we can arrest him. Can he do that? Liam asked. He's going to try, which is why we're going to beat him there. Serena led them to a convoy of FBI vehicles. I'm filing charges tonight, before he can lawyer his way out. They climbed into an SUV, drove fast toward downtown. What charges? Adelaide asked. Murder, conspiracy, wire fraud, money laundering, endangering public safety. I've got a list. Serena looked at Adelaide. Your father's going to prison, for the rest of his life. Adelaide was quiet, processing. Good, she finally said. That's good. They arrived at the federal courthouse. News crews everywhere. Cameras, reporters. Someone had leaked that something big was happening. "Stay behind me," Serena ordered. "Don't say anything to anyone." They pushed through the crowd. Questions shouted from all sides. "Is it true you kidnapped Adelaide Kingsley? Are you working together? What evidence do you have?" Serena ignored them all, got them inside, through security, up to her office. "Wait here," she said. Disappeared into another room. Liam and Adelaide sat, exhausted, shell-shocked. "We did it," Adelaide said quietly. "We actually did it." "Yeah." "Bridget's going to get justice." "Yeah." Liam's voice cracked. He put his head in his hands. Everything catching up to him. The fear, the violence, the rage, the relief. Adelaide put a hand on his shoulder. "She'd be proud of you, your sister, for not giving up." "I almost did, so many times." "But you didn't. That's what matters." The door opened. Serena returned. With her was another agent. Female, and holding Leo's hand. "Dad." Leo ran. Liam caught him, held him so tight. "I've got you, buddy. I've got you. You're safe now. I promise." Leo was crying. "They took me away. I was so scared." "I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." Liam pulled back, looked at his son's face. "But it's over now. All of it. We're safe." "Really? Really?" Serena cleared her throat. "I hate to interrupt, but we need to move quickly. William Kingsley is in the building, on the floor below us. His lawyers are filing motions." Adelaide stood. "I want to face him." "Adelaide." "I need to face him. Look him in the eye when you arrest him." Her voice was steel. "I've earned that." Serena considered, nodded. "All right. But you stay quiet. Let me do the talking." They went downstairs. To a conference room. William Kingsley sat at a large table, surrounded by 6 lawyers, all in expensive suits. He looked up when they entered. Saw Adelaide. His face cycled through emotions. Surprise. Relief. Then cold fury. "Adelaide, thank God you're safe. This man kidnapped you." "Save it, Dad." Adelaide's voice was ice. "It's over." "You're confused. He's manipulated you." "I'm not confused. I'm done." She stepped forward. "I'm done covering for you. Done lying. Done pretending you're anything other than a murderer." William stood. "You don't know what you're saying. You've been through trauma." "I know exactly what I'm saying. I've spent 2 years documenting your crimes. Every bribe, every falsified report, every patient you killed for profit." She slammed the briefcase on the table. "And I'm handing it all over to the federal prosecutor." William's lawyers started talking. Legal jargon, threats, motions to suppress. Serena held up a hand. "Save your breath, gentlemen. I have a signed confession from Clinton Ward, on tape, admitting to conspiracy to commit murder." She looked at William. "He gave you up. Every crime, every order, every victim." William's face went slack. "Clinton wouldn't—" "He did, about 10 minutes ago, in exchange for a reduced sentence." Serena pulled out an arrest warrant. "William Kingsley, you're under arrest." "This is absurd. I've done nothing wrong. My company has helped millions." "Your company killed dozens, and you ordered the murder of Bridget Carter and 11 others to cover it up." William looked at Adelaide, really looked at her. "You did this," he said quietly. "You destroyed everything we built." "You destroyed it," Adelaide said. "The day you chose profit over lives. The day you killed Emily. The day you became a monster. Emily's death was tragic but necessary for progress. She was your daughter." Adelaide's voice broke. She was 10 years old, and you used her like a lab rat. William's mask slipped, just for a second. Liam saw it. The truth underneath. He didn't care. Had never cared. Not about Emily. Not about Bridget. Not about any of them. Just the money. The power. You're weak, William said to Adelaide. Just like your mother. Just like Emily. Weak. Adelaide smiled. Cold. Final. Maybe, but I'm the one walking out of here free. You're the one going to prison. FBI agents moved in, cuffed William, read him his rights. His lawyers erupted, shouting about lawsuits, due process, constitutional violations. Serena ignored them. He'll have his day in court, after he's processed. They led William out. He didn't struggle, just stared straight ahead, broken. The room fell silent. Adelaide sat down, put her head on the table, started to sob. Liam sat beside her, put a hand on her shoulder. It's done, he said softly. It's finally done. She looked up, tears streaming. I thought I'd feel different, victorious, triumphant, but I just feel tired, empty. That's normal. Justice doesn't heal everything, just closes the wound. They sat in silence. Leo climbed into Liam's lap. Serena gave them privacy. Stepped into the hall. After a long moment, Adelaide spoke. What happens now? Now. Liam thought about it. Now we go home, try to rebuild, try to heal. I don't have a home, not anymore. Then we'll find you one. She looked at him. Why? Why do you care what happens to me? Because you tried to save my sister. Because you sacrificed everything to do what's right. Because... He stopped, chose his words carefully. Because I think Bridget would want me to look out for you. Adelaide started crying again. Quietly this time. Outside, cameras flashed. The news was breaking. William Kingsley arrested. Adelaide Kingsley vindicated. Liam Carter, a hero. But inside that conference room, they just sat. Exhausted. Traumatized. Alive. Dad, Leo said quietly, can we go home now? Liam kissed his son's head. Yeah, champ, we can go home now. But going home wasn't that simple. Serena came back into the room with 2 agents and a woman in a business suit. This is Margaret Chen Child Protective Services, Serena said. She needs to speak with you. Liam's grip on Leo tightened instinctively. Why? Margaret's expression was professional but not unkind. Mr. Carter, your son has been through significant trauma. Multiple violent incidents, gunfire, a high-speed chase. We need to assess whether he's safe returning to your care. You're not taking him, Liam said flatly. I'm not trying to take him, but there are procedures. A psychological evaluation, home assessment, standard protocol in cases involving children and violent situations. He stays with me. Mr. Carter, he stays with me, or I walk out that door right now and you'll never see us again. Adelaide stood up. Ms. Chen Leo is safer with his father than anywhere else in the world. I've watched Liam protect that boy through hell itself. If you separate them, you'll traumatize Leo more than anything he's already been through. Margaret looked between them, sighed. Fine, but I need to interview Leo, alone, just for a few minutes. Liam started to protest. Leo spoke first. It's okay, Dad. I'll talk to her. Buddy. I want to help. Miss Adelaide says telling the truth is important, right? Leo looked at the social worker. I'll tell you the truth. Margaret smiled slightly. Thank you, Leo. That's very brave. They went into another room. Liam paced, every protective instinct screaming. He'll be fine, Adelaide said quietly. They could take him, say I'm unfit, that I put him in danger. You saved him, multiple times. Any court would see that. Courts don't always see what they should. 15 minutes felt like 15 hours. Finally the door opened. Leo came out holding Margaret's hand. Mr. Carter. Margaret said, Leo's assessment shows normal stress responses given the circumstances. No signs of abuse or neglect. He clearly adores you and feels safe in your care. She handed him a card. However, I'm recommending therapy. For both of you. Someone needs to help him process what he's experienced. We'll do therapy, Liam said immediately. Whatever he needs. Good. I'll be checking in weekly for the next month, but for now, you can take him home. Relief flooded through Liam. He picked Leo up, held him close. Thank you, he said to Margaret. She nodded, left. Serena approached. The media outside is a circus. Every network, every newspaper, they want statements, interviews. I have nothing to say to them, Liam said. Actually, Serena said carefully, you might want to reconsider. Right now the narrative is still muddy. Half the country thinks you're a hero. The other half thinks you're a dangerous vigilante who kidnapped a CEO. She looked at Adelaide. And they're calling you either a brave whistleblower or a mentally unstable woman who betrayed her family. So we need to control the narrative, Adelaide said. Exactly. One statement. On camera. Together. Tell your story. Show them the truth. I'm not parading my son in front of cameras, Liam said. Leo stays off camera. Just you and Adelaide. 5 minutes. It'll change everything. Adelaide looked at Liam. She's right. If we don't speak, someone else will speak for us. Kingsley's PR team is probably already spinning this. Liam didn't want to. Wanted to take Leo and disappear forever. But Adelaide was right. The fight wasn't over. Not yet. 5 minutes, he said. That's all. They went downstairs. The courthouse steps were packed. Reporters, cameras, lights blinding. Serena stepped to the microphone first. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Federal Prosecutor Serena Wilkins. Tonight we've arrested William Kingsley and Clinton Ward on multiple charges, including conspiracy to commit murder, wire fraud, and endangering public safety. The evidence against them is substantial and irrefutable. Questions erupted. Serena held up a hand. I'll take questions later. Right now, I want you to hear from two people who risked everything to bring these criminals to justice. Adelaide Kingsley and Liam Carter. Adelaide stepped forward, Liam beside her. Leo safe inside with an agent. Adelaide took a breath, faced the cameras. My name is Adelaide Kingsley. 3 days ago, my father's security team tried to kill me. They tampered with my car, sent me off a bridge. They did this because I discovered the truth about Kingsley Biotech. Her voice was steady, strong. For 2 years, I've been gathering evidence proving my father knowingly sold counterfeit medications that killed dozens of people, including Bridget Carter, Liam's sister. The reporters were silent now, listening. I tried to warn her. Adelaide continued. I wrote her a letter 3 years ago. My father intercepted it, destroyed it. Then he ordered his people to accelerate her death to silence her. Her voice broke. Bridget Carter was 26 years old, a nurse, a sister, an aunt. She died because my father valued profit over human life. Tears fell, but she didn't wipe them away. Tonight I handed over 2 years of documentation to the federal prosecutor. Bank records, communications, recorded confessions, everything. She looked directly into the cameras. My father is a murderer. My company was built on blood money, and I will spend the rest of my life trying to make amends for the damage my family has caused. She stepped back. Liam stepped forward. My name is Liam Carter. I'm an Army medic, a widower, a father. His voice was rough, exhausted. 3 days ago, I pulled a drowning woman out of a river. I didn't know who she was. Didn't care. I'm a medic. I save lives. He paused, gathered himself. When I found out she was Adelaide Kingsley, I wanted to hate her. My sister died because of her company, because of pills they knew were killing people. He looked at Adelaide. But Adelaide isn't her father. She tried to save Bridget. She tried to do the right thing. And when no one would listen, she gathered evidence and risked her life to expose the truth. His voice hardened. Clinton Ward and his team hunted us across Montana, shot at us, threatened my 7-year-old son, tried to make me look like a kidnapper, and Adelaide look like she was crazy. He looked directly at the cameras. But we're not crazy. We're not criminals. We're people who refuse to let the powerful get away with murder. The crowd erupted with questions. Mr. Carter, are you saying the police were corrupt? Ms. Kingsley, will you be charged with any crimes? What happens to Kingsley Biotech now? Serena stepped back to the microphone. That's all for tonight. Full details will be released tomorrow. They retreated inside, away from the cameras, the questions, the noise. Adelaide was shaking. Adrenaline crash. You did good, Liam said. I just destroyed my family on national television. You destroyed the lie. The family was already gone. She nodded, didn't look convinced. An agent approached. Ma'am, we've arranged a hotel for you. Security detail. You'll be safe there. I don't have any money, Adelaide said quietly. No credit cards. Everything's frozen. We'll take care of it, Serena said. Everything you need, food, clothes, security. Consider it protective custody. Adelaide looked lost, untethered. What about after the trial? What do I do then? You rebuild, Liam said. Same as the rest of us. They left the courthouse through a side entrance. Less press, but still cameras, still shouting. Liam held Leo's hand tight. Adelaide stayed close. 2 SUVs waited. FBI drivers. Mr. Carter, we're taking you and Leo to a safe house outside Helena, an agent said. Standard protective custody until the trial. How long? Liam asked. Could be weeks, could be months. Depends on how fast the lawyers work. Liam looked at Leo. His son was exhausted, traumatized, needed normal life back. But normal wasn't an option. Not yet. They drove to separate locations. Liam and Leo to a small house on the outskirts. Adelaide to a hotel downtown. The safe house was clean, sterile. 2 bedrooms, a kitchen. Armed agents outside. Is this our new home? Leo asked. Just for a little while, buddy. I miss our real home. Me too. Liam got Leo ready for bed. His son moved through the routine mechanically. Brushed teeth, put on pajamas, climbed into bed. Dad, Leo said quietly, why did they shoot at us? Liam sat on the edge of the bed. How do you explain evil to a 7-year-old? Some people do bad things when they're scared, he said. The men who shot at us were scared we'd tell everyone the truth about their crimes. But telling the truth is good. It is. But sometimes bad people don't want the truth to come out. Leo thought about that. Is Miss Adelaide going to be okay? I think so. Why? She seems sad. Like really, really sad. She lost her whole family tonight, champ. That makes anyone sad. But we're not her family and she has us right. Liam's throat tightened. Yeah, buddy. She has us. Leo smiled. Closed his eyes, was asleep within minutes. Liam sat there watching him breathe, thinking about everything they'd been through, everything still ahead. His phone buzzed. Unknown number. He answered. Liam, it's Adelaide. You okay? No. Her voice was thick, like she'd been crying. Can you talk? Yeah. Hold on. He moved to the living room. Closed the door. What's wrong? Everything. Nothing. I don't know. She took a shaky breath. I just turned on the news. They're showing my father being processed. Mugshot. Orange jumpsuit. He looked... She stopped. Small. Liam supplied. Yeah, small. Broken. And I thought I'd feel victorious. But I just feel... empty. You said that before. It's worse now. I destroyed him. My own father. What kind of person does that? The kind who chooses right over wrong, justice over family loyalty. Is it justice? Or is it revenge? I can't tell anymore. Liam was quiet for a moment, thinking about Bridget, about all the times he'd fantasized about making someone pay for her death. Justice is for the victims, he said finally. Revenge is for us. You did this for Bridget, for the other victims, not for yourself. But I did it for myself too, to prove I wasn't like him, to prove I was good. You are good. How do you know? Because you're questioning it. Bad people don't question whether they're bad. She laughed, bitter but real. Is that how it works? That's how I'm choosing to believe it works. They talked for another hour. About nothing. About everything. About what comes next. Finally, Adelaide said, I should let you sleep. Yeah, you too. Liam. Thank you for not hating me. I tried. Couldn't make it stick. She laughed again, softer this time. Good night? Good night? He hung up, sat in the dark, processing. 3 days ago, his life was normal, boring, safe. Now, he was in protective custody. His son was traumatized. He'd become national news. And somehow, impossibly, he'd become friends with the woman whose company killed his sister. Life was strange. The next morning started with a phone call from Serena. Turn on the news, she said. Liam did. Every channel had the same story. Bridget Carter's encrypted files released. Kingsley Biotech scandal deeper than previously known. What files? Liam asked. Your sister sent me evidence before she died, Serena explained. Encrypted. I couldn't break the encryption until last night when Adelaide gave me the password. It was in her documents. What was in the files? Everything. Medical records from dozens of patients, photos of pill bottles with visible defects, emails Bridget received from other nurses reporting similar cases. She was building her own case against Kingsley. Liam's vision blurred. She was investigating them. For 6 months, she knew something was wrong, was trying to prove it. Serena's voice softened. She was going to blow the whistle, but she died before she could. So we finished what she started, Liam said hoarsely. Yes. Adelaide's evidence combined with Bridget's files, it's ironclad. William Kingsley will spend the rest of his life in prison. Clinton Ward too. Good. There's more. The board of Kingsley Biotech voted this morning to dissolve the company. They're liquidating all assets, paying victims' families. How much? Millions. Every family affected will receive compensation, including yours. Liam didn't care about money, never had. But put it in a trust for Leo, he said. College fund, whatever he needs. Already done. Adelaide requested it specifically. She's donating her entire inheritance to victim compensation as well. Her entire inheritance. Everything, every penny. She'll be broke when this is over. Liam hung up, called Adelaide immediately. You didn't have to do that, he said when she answered. Yes, I did. Her voice was firm. That money is blood money. I don't want it. Won't touch it. Adelaide. I'm serious, Liam. I'd rather be poor and clean than rich and complicit. What will you do? Where will you go? She was quiet for a long moment. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. You could stay in Montana, start over. Why would I stay in Montana? Because... Liam stopped. Wasn't sure how to finish that sentence. Because what? Because Leo asked about her. Because he found himself thinking about her at odd moments. Because she felt like part of their story now. Because you have friends here, he said finally. If you want them. Her voice went soft. I'd like that. They talked for a few more minutes. Then Adelaide had to go. Lawyers needed her for depositions. The next 3 weeks were a blur. Court appearances, depositions, media interviews. Leo started therapy, twice a week. Liam went too. Together, they processed the trauma. I have nightmares, Leo admitted in one session, about the bad men taking me away. That's normal, the therapist said. Your brain is trying to process what happened. How do I make it stop? You don't. You let yourself feel it. Talk about it. Eventually it gets easier. Leo looked at Liam. Do you have nightmares too, Dad? Yeah, champ. I do. About what? About not being able to protect you. About losing you. But you didn't lose me. I know. But my brain doesn't always remember that at 3 a.m. They held hands, two people trying to heal together. Adelaide visited when she could, brought coloring books for Leo, coffee for Liam, her own brand of quiet, damaged companionship. The trial starts next week, she told them one afternoon. They were sitting in the safe house backyard, Leo playing in the grass. They're saying it could last months. Will you have to testify? Liam asked. Every day, probably. Star witness. She didn't sound happy about it. You'll be great. I'll be a daughter testifying against her father. No one's great at that. You're doing the right thing. So everyone keeps telling me. Doesn't make it hurt less. Leo ran over, grass stains on his knees. Miss Adelaide, want to see my fort, Nee? I'd love to see your fort. She spent the next hour with Leo, building, playing, laughing, watching them. Liam felt something shift inside, something warm, unexpected. Hope, maybe, for the future, for healing, for whatever came next. That evening, after Adelaide left, Leo said something that stopped Liam cold. I like Miss Adelaide, Dad. She's nice. Yeah, she is. Do you think she'll stay? After all the court stuff is done? I don't know, buddy. Why? Leo shrugged. Just wondering. She's kinda like family now, right? Like how Sheriff Otis is family, even though he's not really related. Yeah, champ. She's kinda like family. Good, Leo smiled. I don't want her to be alone. Being alone is sad. Liam pulled his son close. You've got a big heart, you know that. I learned it from you. The trial began the following Monday. News crews camped outside the courthouse. The proceedings were televised. The whole country watched. Adelaide testified for 3 days straight. Every crime, every document, every recorded conversation. She never broke, never wavered. Just told the truth in a clear, steady voice. William Kingsley's lawyers attacked her credibility, called her mentally unstable, claimed she fabricated evidence out of daddy issues. Adelaide took every blow, stayed calm. Is it true you've been in therapy, Ms. Kingsley? The defense attorney asked. Yes. For what condition? Depression, anxiety, PTSD from years of psychological abuse by my father. Convenient. A mentally ill woman accusing her father. I'm not mentally ill, Adelaide interrupted. I'm traumatized. There's a difference. And my trauma doesn't change the facts. The evidence speaks for itself. The courtroom erupted. The judge called for order. Liam watched from the gallery with Leo. His son was too young to fully understand, but he was there, supporting Adelaide. When she finished testifying, she looked exhausted, hollowed out, but alive, free. The prosecution rested. The defense tried to poke holes, failed. The jury deliberated for 6 hours. Guilty on all counts. William Kingsley showed no emotion, just stared straight ahead as they read the verdict. Clinton Ward wept. Adelaide sat frozen, processing. Liam found her outside the courthouse afterward. You did it, he said. We did it, she corrected. All of us. You, me, Bridget. Everyone who refused to stay silent. They stood there, two damaged people, survivors. What now? Adelaide asked. Now? Liam said, we figure out how to live again. She looked at him, really looked at him. Together. Yeah, Liam said. Together. Leo appeared, grabbed both their hands. Can we get ice cream? He asked. To celebrate. Adelaide laughed. First real laugh Liam had heard from her in weeks. Ice cream sounds perfect, she said. They walked down the courthouse steps, past the cameras, past the reporters, past all of it. Just three people. Broken, but healing. Together. The ice cream shop was small, local, family-owned. The kind of place that still had a jukebox in the corner and red vinyl booths. Leo ordered chocolate with rainbow sprinkles. Adelaide got vanilla. Liam just got coffee. "You're at an ice cream shop, and you ordered coffee," Adelaide said. "I'm a simple man." They sat in a booth by the window. Leo swung his legs happy for the first time in weeks. Outside, the world kept spinning. Inside, they were just three people eating ice cream. "What happens to Kingsley Biotech now?" Liam asked. Adelaide stirred her ice cream absently. "The board dissolved it. Assets liquidated. Brand destroyed. It's gone." "And you?" "Technically, I'm still CEO. For another week, until the paperwork goes through." She took a bite. "Then I'm nothing. No company. No money. No family." "You have us," Leo said through a mouthful of chocolate. Adelaide's eyes filled. "Yeah, buddy. I have you." They finished their ice cream, walked back to the hotel. FBI agents still following at a distance. Protection detail. Just in case. "When can we go home?" Leo asked. "Like our real home." "Soon, champ," Liam said. "They're repairing the house, fixing the damage from when Clinton's men broke in." "Will it feel the same?" Liam thought about that. Their house. Bridget's house before it was his. Full of memories. Some good. Some terrible now. "Probably not," he admitted. "But we'll make new memories. Better ones." Adelaide walked them to their SUV, stood there awkwardly, not sure how to say goodbye. "See you tomorrow?" Leo asked. "I don't know, sweetie. I have more depositions. Might be all day." "The day after." Adelaide smiled. "Yeah, the day after." They drove back to the safe house. That night, Liam couldn't sleep. Kept thinking about everything. About Bridget. About what she'd want. She'd want justice. They'd gotten that. She'd want the truth exposed. They'd done that too. But what else? What would Bridget want for the future? He pulled out his phone. Called Serena, even though it was late. "Liam! Everything okay?" "The Victim Compensation Fund. How much is in it?" "After liquidating Kingsley assets, about $400 million. Liam whistled. "That's a lot." "It is." "Why? What if we didn't just give it to families? What if we used it to build something? Something permanent." "Like what?" "Like a foundation. Treatment centers. Free health care for rural communities. The kind of thing that would have saved Bridget if it existed 3 years ago." Serena was quiet, thinking. "That's brilliant, but it can't come from you. Conflict of interest. You're a victim's family member. What if it came from Adelaide? She's broke. She donated everything, remember? But she still has her name, her reputation. She could run it." "You want Adelaide Kingsley to run a healthcare foundation, the woman whose company killed dozens of people?" "I want Adelaide Kingsley to spend the rest of her life fixing what her father broke. And I think she'd want that too." Serena considered. "It would be controversial." "Good work usually is." "I'll run it by the judge, see if it's legally feasible." They hung up. Liam sat in the dark, hoping. 2 days later, Serena called back. "Judge approved it. The Bridget Carter Foundation, with Adelaide as director, if she agrees." "I'll ask her." He drove to Adelaide's hotel, found her packing, boxes everywhere. "You're leaving?" he asked. "Yeah, this afternoon. Back to San Francisco. Tie up loose ends." She didn't look at him. "Figure out what to do with the rest of my life." "What if I told you I had an idea about that?" She stopped packing, turned. "What kind of idea?" "The Victim Compensation Fund. $400 million. What if instead of just cutting checks we built something lasting? Like what will? A foundation, treatment centers, free clinics, addiction counseling, all the things rural communities don't have, all the things that could have saved Bridget. Adelaide's face changed. Hope, possibility. That would be incredible. It would be named after Bridget, the Bridget Carter Foundation. Perfect. And you'd run it. Adelaide froze. What? You'd be director. Full-time. Salary. Benefits. Real job. Liam, I can't. People hate me. They'd never trust a foundation run by a Kingsley. So prove them wrong. Spend the rest of your life earning that trust. She sat down on the bed, boxes forgotten. You're serious? Completely. You said you wanted to make amends. This is how. I don't know anything about running a foundation. You know about running a company. It's not that different. And you know exactly what went wrong at Kingsley. You know how to prevent it. Adelaide was crying now. Why would you do this? Why would you give me this chance? Because Bridget would want it. She'd want something good to come from her death. She'd want people like her to get help before it's too late. Liam sat beside her. And because I think you need this. Need purpose. Need redemption. I don't deserve redemption. None of us do. But we get it anyway if we're willing to work for it. She looked at him. If I do this, I'd have to stay in Montana. Yeah. I'd be here. Permanently. Yeah. Would that be okay with you? Liam thought about Leo asking if Adelaide was family now. Thought about the past 3 weeks, how she'd become part of their lives without either of them really noticing. Yeah, he said. That'd be okay. She smiled. First real smile he'd seen from her in days. Then I'm in. Let's build this thing. The next 6 months were chaos. Good chaos. Adelaide threw herself into the foundation, hired staff, rented office space, met with community leaders across Montana. Liam and Leo moved back to their house. It felt different, emptier. But they filled it with new routines, new memories. Leo started 2nd grade, made friends, seemed okay most days, still had nightmares sometimes, still asked questions about the bad men. But he was healing. Liam went back to work, part-time at first, then full-time. Being a medic again felt right, saving lives, helping people. Adelaide visited every weekend, brought paperwork, progress reports, stories about the people they were helping. We opened our first clinic, she told them one Sunday. In Great Falls, free walk-in medical care, no questions asked. How many patients? Liam asked. 47 in the first week, people who couldn't afford doctors, who'd been suffering in silence. That's incredible. It's a start. Adelaide looked tired, but happy, purposeful. We're opening 3 more next month. Billings, Missoula, Kalispell. You're doing good work, Liam said. We're doing good work. This was your idea. Leo looked up from his homework. Miss Adelaide, are you helping sick people like my Aunt Bridget? I'm trying to, sweetie. So other families don't lose someone they love. That's good. Aunt Bridget would like that. Adelaide's eyes filled. They did that a lot lately. Happy tears. Healing tears. Yeah, she said softly. I think she would. The foundation grew. More clinics, more treatment centers, addiction counseling programs, mental health services. Adelaide worked herself to exhaustion. Liam told her to slow down. I can't, she said. Every day we're not open, someone else might die. Someone else might not get help. You can't save everyone. I can try. She reminded him of Bridget sometimes, that same fierce determination, that same refusal to give up. 9 months after the trial, Serena called with news. William Kingsley died this morning. Heart attack in prison. Liam didn't know what to feel. Relief, satisfaction, nothing. How's Adelaide? He asked. I haven't told her yet. Wanted to tell you first. I'll do it. I'll tell her. He drove to the foundation office, found Adelaide at her desk, buried in grant applications. Your father died, he said. No preamble, no softening it. Adelaide looked up, blinked. When? This morning. She nodded slowly. Processing. Heart attack. Yeah. Did he suffer? I don't know. Does it matter? Adelaide was quiet for a long time. Then she said, No, I guess it doesn't. She didn't cry, didn't react, just went back to her grant applications. Adelaide, I'm fine. You just found out your father died. And he was dead to me the moment he tried to have me killed. This just makes it official. She looked up. Her eyes were dry, hard. I'm not mourning him, Liam. I mourned the father I thought I had years ago. This man, the murderer, he's just gone, and the world's better for it. Liam sat down across from her. You're allowed to feel something, even if it's complicated. I feel relieved. Is that terrible? No, it's honest. They sat in silence for a while. Finally, Adelaide spoke. Do you think I'll ever feel like I've done enough? Like I've paid back the debt? There is no debt. You didn't kill anyone. I didn't stop it either. You stopped it eventually. That counts. Does it count if people had to die first? Liam didn't have an answer for that. Maybe there wasn't one. Come have dinner with us tonight, he said instead. Leo's making spaghetti. Well, I'm making spaghetti. He's helping. Adelaide smiled slightly. I'd like that. Dinner became a weekly thing. Then twice a week. Then Adelaide was just there most evenings. Part of the routine. Part of the family. Leo started calling her Adelaide instead of Miss Adelaide. Talked to her about school, about friends, about his dreams of becoming a doctor. A trauma surgeon, he announced one night. Like the ones who tried to save Aunt Bridget, but better, so I can actually save people. That's a wonderful goal, Adelaide said. Dad says it takes a lot of school, though. It does, but you're smart. You can do it. Will you still be around when I'm a doctor? That's like 1,000,000 years from now. Adelaide looked at Liam. He looked back. Something unspoken passing between them. Yeah, buddy, Adelaide said. I'll still be around. A year after the trial, they broke ground on the community health wing. Brand new facility, state-of-the-art, free care for anyone who needed it. They held a ceremony. Press, local politicians, families of victims. And above the entrance, a bronze plaque. The Bridget Carter Community Health Wing. In memory of Bridget Marie Carter. Nurse sister hero justice delayed is still justice. Keep fighting. Liam stood in front of it with Leo and Adelaide, the three of them together. She'd be proud, Adelaide said softly. Yeah, Liam agreed. She would. Leo read the plaque carefully. What does justice delayed mean? It means sometimes it takes a long time for the right thing to happen, Liam explained. But that doesn't mean we stop trying. Like how it took a long time to catch the bad guys. Exactly like that. But we got them eventually. We did. Leo thought about that. Then he smiled. We're heroes. All three of us. Adelaide laughed. I don't know about hero. You are, though, Leo insisted. Dad saved you from drowning. You saved everyone from bad medicine. Together you saved the day. He looked between them. That's what heroes do. Liam pulled his son close. When did you get so smart? I've always been smart. You just didn't notice. The ceremony started. Speeches, ribbon cutting, tours of the new facility. Afterward, people came up to thank them. Families who'd lost loved ones. Patients who'd received free care. People whose lives had been changed by the foundation. One woman approached Adelaide, older, worn down by life. You're Adelaide Kingsley, she said. Adelaide tensed, ready for anger, accusations, hate. Yes, ma'am. Your father's pills killed my son, Michael. He was 32. I'm so sorry. Let me finish. The woman's voice was firm, but not unkind. I hated you for a long time. Hated your whole family. Then I heard about the foundation, about what you were doing, how you turned against your father, risked everything. She paused. My grandson got help at one of your clinics last month. Addiction. You saved his life. Adelaide's eyes filled. I'm glad we could help. What I'm saying is I forgive you. I know you didn't kill Michael. I know you tried to stop it. And I see what you're doing now to make it right. The woman reached out, took Adelaide's hand. Thank you for being brave enough to tell the truth. She walked away. Adelaide stood there crying. Liam put a hand on her shoulder. You okay? I will be, she said. Eventually. That night after the ceremony, after the crowds left, after everything wound down, the three of them sat on the steps of the new health wing. The sun was setting over the Montana mountains, gold and orange and red painting the sky. It's beautiful here, Adelaide said. Yeah, Liam agreed. It is. I never understood why people loved Montana so much. I grew up in San Francisco, big city, always moving, always busy. She looked around. But there's something about this place, the space, the quiet, the way people actually care about each other. You thinking of staying permanently? Liam asked. Like buying a house, putting down roots. Adelaide looked at him. Would that be weird? No, I think it'd be good. I've been looking at places actually. There's a small house near yours, 2 bedrooms. Needs work, but near ours. Liam raised an eyebrow. Adelaide blushed, actually blushed. I thought I mean Leo's there, and you. And I like being close to people I care about. People you care about. Don't make me say it. Say what? That both of you. She stopped, started again. I haven't had a family in a long time. Not a real one. Not one that felt safe. And you two, you feel safe. Leo had been listening. You're part of our family now, Adelaide. Right, Dad? Liam looked at his son, at Adelaide, at the building behind them with Bridget's name on it, thought about the past year, about everything they'd been through, about how 3 strangers had become something more. Yeah, champ, he said. She's part of our family. Adelaide was crying again, happy tears this time. I don't deserve this, she whispered. Stop saying that, Liam said. You've earned this, every bit of it. They sat there as the sun set. 3 people who'd found each other in the worst possible way, who'd fought through hell together, who'd chosen to build something good from something terrible. Dad, Leo said sleepily. Can we come back here tomorrow? I want to see the hospital again. It's a clinic, not a hospital. But yeah, we can come back. Good. Because I want to learn about all the equipment, so I know what to do when I'm a doctor. Adelaide smiled. I can give you a tour if you want. Show you everything. Really? Really? Leo yawned. Okay. But right now I'm tired. Can we go home? They stood up, dusted off their clothes, started walking to the car. Halfway there, Leo grabbed both their hands, swinging between them, happy. This is nice, he said. The 3 of us together, like a real family. Liam looked at Adelaide over Leo's head. She looked back, something warm in her eyes, something that looked like hope. Yeah, champ, Liam said, like a real family. They drove home through the Montana evening, past mountains and forests and rivers, past the place where it all started, where Liam had pulled Adelaide from drowning, where their lives had collided and changed forever. At home, Liam made hot chocolate. Leo did his homework at the kitchen table. Adelaide helped him with math. If you have 12 apples and give away 5, how many do you have left? Adelaide read, 7. Leo said. Good. Next one. They worked through the homework together. Normal, domestic, peaceful. Later, after Leo was in bed, Liam and Adelaide sat on the porch. Coffee for him, tea for her. I meant what I said earlier, Adelaide said, about the house, about staying. I know. Is that okay? I don't want to impose or... Adelaide, it's more than okay. Liam turned to look at her. You're not imposing. You're... He searched for the right word. You're home. She started crying again. I cry too much now. You were holding it in for too long before. It's got to come out sometime. When does it stop hurting? I don't know, but it gets easier. The weight gets lighter. They sat in comfortable silence, listening to crickets, watching fireflies dance in the yard. Liam, Adelaide said quietly, do you think Bridget would forgive me if she could? Liam thought about his sister, her huge heart, her capacity for forgiveness. I think Bridget would see what you've done, what you've built, how you've helped people. He paused. And I think she'd thank you for finishing what she started, for making her death mean something. I hope so. I know so. More silence. Peaceful. Healing. You know what the craziest part of all this is? Adelaide said. What? A year ago I was drowning in that river, literally dying, and you saved me. But you didn't just save my life. You saved... She gestured vaguely. Everything. My soul. My purpose. My future. You saved yourself, Liam said. I just pulled you out of the water. Everything after that, that was all you. We saved each other then. Yeah, I guess we did. They sat there until late. Talking. Not talking. Just being. Finally, Adelaide stood. I should go. Early meeting tomorrow. You're always welcome to stay, Liam said. Guest room's empty. Maybe next time. He walked her to her car. She turned before getting in. Liam, thank you. For everything. For believing in me when no one else did. For giving me a chance to make things right. You earned that chance. Still, thank you. She drove away. Taillights fading into the darkness. Liam went back inside, checked on Leo. His son was sleeping peacefully, no nightmares tonight. He stood there watching him breathe, thinking about how far they'd come, how much they'd survived. On Leo's nightstand was a photo, the three of them at the clinic opening, smiling, together. Leo had written underneath it in his careful child handwriting, "My family." Liam picked it up, looked at it closely. Adelaide's smile was real, genuine. The haunted look in her eyes from a year ago was mostly gone now, replaced with purpose, with hope. His own face looked lighter too, less burdened, less broken. And Leo, his beautiful boy, happy, healthy, healing. They'd been through hell, had lost everything, had fought their way back, but they'd done it together. And that made all the difference. Liam set the photo down gently, kissed his son's forehead. We did it, buddy, he whispered. We kept fighting, just like Aunt Bridget wanted. He turned off the light, left the door cracked, went to his own room. Before bed, he pulled out an old photo of Bridget. Her nursing school graduation, that huge smile, those kind eyes. I hope we made you proud, Bridge, he said to the photo. I hope this is what you wanted. He could almost hear her voice. Of course it is, dummy. You saved lives. You told the truth. You took care of Leo. That's all I ever wanted. He put the photo on his nightstand, next to the one of his wife. The people he'd loved and lost. But in the morning there would be Leo, and Adelaide, and the foundation, and all the lives they were saving. The past was still there. The grief, the loss, the scars. But the future was there too. Bright, hopeful, full of possibility. And for the first time in 3 years, Liam fell asleep believing that everything was going to be okay. Because they'd fought for justice. They'd told the truth. They'd built something good from something terrible. And under the Montana stars, in a house full of memories, both painful and beautiful, 3 people who'd found each other in the darkness were finally finding their way to the light. Together, as a family. Not perfect, not without scars, but real, and honest, and healing. And that was enough. That was more than enough. That was everything.